I set out to make High Stakes because this story kept popping up in my mind about this time in high school when it felt like weed was everything. So then started this journey of finding the main character. And what I found is that weed, because it's such a connecting, bonding thing, if you were someone on the outside, maybe it's sort of an awkward loser who really wants to be in the in-group, what is the best way to get in? Selling weed. And so here is birthed our main character, Fisher.
My mind is living on cloud 9. This 9.
Fisher is a loser, kind of, that isn't really good at anything. He's just kind of a guy with no friends and is doing everything he can to get friends, and that leads him to take drastic action.
We needed to find a bunch of really talented people to help us make this movie at the quality we wanted.
So I got involved with High Stakes through a Facebook group I'm a part of.
Facebook. It was like a Facebook post.
And I was browsing through Facebook.
And I saw Colin posting that he needed help with a short film he was wanting to do called High Stakes.
So I initially applied for a producer.
Basically applied for it.
And he felt like I was a good fit to produce the film with him.
And the rest is history.
So I sent you an email after we talked, and I was like, how about we use my neighborhood for the movie? So I think that helped. But I was like, I also have a location built in, so you have to hire me.
My goal was basically just, let's make this look and feel and sound as good as any proper movie. The only difference is it's gonna be shorter.
Where we related the most is our love of filmmaking and our love of just cinema itself. I think from there, the style of the film kind of just developed organically.
Like the most fun part for pre-production for me was watching all these different movies, like again, just to see like what vibes I wanted to try and emulate.
It kind of has the Superbad feel.
Movies like The Virgin Suicides, Project X, a little bit of that Spring Breakers vibe.
And I remember when you asked, do you think this will look like an actual independent film? And I said, it's going to look more like a motion picture.
I love movies, and like working on something like this is so fun when you're actually like excited about it.
So we crowdfunded, and we had over 100 people donate. After that, I put up the rest of the money myself, and then we had the capital, and we had the people, and the materials to make the movie. Okay, scene 12, Bravo, take 3, Mark. Hey, and we got weed for Harold too. And you're super high right now.
One, Mark.
I'm baked right now.
Stepping on set for the first day is always kind of like going to a new school on the first day. You most likely don't know a lot of the people. So it's about shaking hands, meeting people, understanding what their needs and wants are. I try not to go on with any expectations, but just keep my mind open.
Yeah, the first day there's so much anxiety, but also so much excitement and a lot of mystery about what is going to happen. I was still freaking out in a way, you know what I mean? It's like, everything's coming together. Some shit, huh? When it came to costumes, we're trying to make sure that they are period accurate. Period, it's 2012. Because the whole rehearsal process was virtual, on the first day, we're trying everyone's costumes for the first time, which is extremely exciting. Again, anxiety provoking, because if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
How's everything going?
Good. We're behind, but when are you not behind? Right. My day started around 8 a.m. I worked until noon and then drive an hour to set to meet the actors at 1 and then receive the gear at 2 ready to shoot. But the truck didn't get there till 3:30.
And why was it delayed?
Patrick was late.
That's where I wish we had a PA just to pick up the truck. Driving, an hour and a half and getting stuck in traffic. That was rough.
We're shooting daytime scenes. We need the daylight. Plus, we're working with a brand new crew, so the first day is always going to move slower. Therefore, any delay is extra delay on the first day. As a director, I feel that my job is to remain calm. I'm projecting. Relax, everyone. And so while we're waiting on the gear, I'm just making sure that all the actors are rehearsed.
As soon as the rental truck was there with all the equipment, everyone knew exactly what they needed to do. There were no questions. Everyone got to work so we could just capitalize as much time in daylight as possible.
The urgency was there. However, just having urgency doesn't necessarily get you all the way there.
Oh, the gimbal.
A gimbal is essentially a gyroscope that you set the camera on, and when you're moving with it, it'll keep the camera completely steady. So the first scene we're shooting today is this walk and talk scene with the three boys. This is the first time we're meeting these characters and I want to move with them. And so the gimbal is really good with that because it helps us track with the characters, but we hadn't had enough time to test out all the gear.
The camera and the rig itself was too heavy for the gears.
Which caused a bunch of problems. We can't get a shot up?
Some tech issue. It would struggle to compensate when I would do a move.
Anytime we want to switch a lens, we have to recalibrate the gimbal. Anytime the gimbal breaks down, we got to take another recalibration break. And when this happens 20 times, we're losing a lot of time. Since we meet Fisher at the top alone, immediately after that, we get to see this contrast of these group of three boys who are great friends and have this really exciting dynamic that Fisher will try to put himself into. The key to getting the dynamic right was 100% casting. Like, I'd written the characters and then we just had to find who could do that. We found William and Grant just bringing their own personality to it.
You can do it for squat. Look about you're ready to get pounded. Take hard as fuck.
So when we were searching for the role of Cage, which was for some reason impossible to find the exact energy we were looking for, I luckily had a friend of mine, Tegan, reading with other actors during this process. And when I would show those tapes to my partner, Anna, she pointed out, why are you not considering him for Cage? And then once Anna pointed that out, it was so obvious. So that's his Harrison Ford moment. Pretty cool. Fighting in daylight, one more shot. When we're losing light, all I'm thinking about is what shots can we cut? Luckily, we didn't have that many shots. We just had to do less takes. So we had to make quick decisions of like, okay, we got that, let's trust that, and now get something slightly different.
I wasn't really stressed. I knew we were gonna get everything. You were concerned?
Oh yeah. Being on set is basically every moment worrying about what is gonna go wrong next. I need to remind myself, you always get through it. And being worried and stressed the whole time does not make it more fun. Hard to avoid the stress for sure though, yeah. Well, we got the daytime shots for the first day. All the scenes with the three boys. And they killed it, dude, so I feel really happy. And now let's go get the nighttime stuff and bring in our fourth. Quentin, playing Fisher, he's able to come in with this weird, awkward energy that throws off the other boys in a way that feels real.
Chill out, dude. It's actually easier with notebook paper. If I can.
Okay.
For huge chunks of the movie, people are really high. The telltale sign is red eyes, and we had to figure out how to do that.
I cannot say enough nice things about Jenny. She's so talented.
We tried these blood red drops. It looked more like devilish. We tried rubbing their eyes and it just wouldn't last. Finally, Jenny just got a bunch of Vicks Vapor Rub on her fingers and just held it in front of people's eyes. She just had to go in and do it before each take, but I thought they looked pretty high. So the next and last scene we're shooting today is this scene with all four boys in this makeshift fort in the woods where they presumably go all the time to smoke weed. Sophie and I built the fort together based on my real life experience of being a teenager smoking weed in the woods. Right inside here is a place that every teenager you know can smoke weed.
There were lots of different ideas. I had so many different sketches. We spent one very hot day constructing it, cutting dead trees down in my parents' backyard. That was when Colin became really well acquainted with the chainsaw.
There you go.
Which I think was huge for production morale.
Not bad.
Everyone's response to seeing the fort was very satisfying.
People were pretty excited about it.
That's the best part of doing production design though, like wow factor.
It was extremely exciting to see them get in the fort and act like the people I knew growing up. That was really fun for me. This is the wholesome part of smoking weed. There is a part of it that brings community and brings people together and brings laughs and joy. I've obviously smoked a lot of weed. These actors had not really smoked at all before.
The rehearsal we had where you had to teach us how to look like we knew that we were smoking weed was so fun.
I would demonstrate how to smoke.
We were learning a very valuable skill for film acting, which is knowing what it looks like to know how to smoke.
The authentic performance we got of them actually being bad, that feels like exactly how high schoolers in this scenario would treat it.
And now I'm really good at it.
Good at smoking?
Good at pretending like I know how to smoke, yeah.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I say that. Sweet.
Day one went extremely well. The chemistry and the sort of fun the actors had was really brought me joy. Good casting, good people can do a lot. And we had people working really hard. It looks really good too. So 4 more days. Day one brought this intense relief over me of like, okay, we're gonna make the movie. But you know, we did have the biggest day coming next.
Oh shit. No. Camera's okay?
Oh, the shit's about to go down. We're behind, considerably. So I was feeling prepared, but was I though?